Good morning, YPC. Welcome to the Week 8 wrap up. Crazy week. A lot of little this, a lot of little that going on. There were four teams that scored in the 150s. So, um, not a high scoring week per se, but some teams putting up some nice numbers. Anything in the 150s is going to be reputable. And the closest game this week, well, there's a couple of close games, but a high scoring game between Danny and Theo Ruse was kind of a bummer, the 148 to 157. That was a bummer. But we normally start with the high score of the week, which is Jimmy again. Jimmy, that puts you at 4 weeks in the high score. So I think you were you did 2 weeks back to back with the high score, but you have a total of 4 weeks. So that pays some money. Congratulations on that again. Um, with Jimmy, his high score was Rogers at 38.4 and Sheepy with Dalton 47.3. Dalton's been going crazy lately, which is nice for Sheepy, helping him out there with his points. Unfortunately, he didn't get the win. But for Jinx, Josh Gordon, dude, where is he coming from? He's been putting up some nice numbers for you. Nice flex play. He had one game with 4.1, but everything other than that, man, has been pretty decent. So that's nice. And then with Sheepy got caught on the bye with Forte, his stud. And Forte, the game before, he puts up 39.9 points, and he's been putting up some serious points. So you figure if Forte has a good outing in this game, Sheepy might have been able to win. But it's bye week for you, and that's unfortunately the way it goes. Putting Sheepy at 3-5, moving Jimmy to 5-3. Trying to think if there's anything here. The notable thing was just Sheepy having a stud on the bye, having to play Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, and then Charles not putting up the points like he was hoping. Jimmy had nice production all around. Josh Gordon and Aaron Rodgers are the guys that jump off of the page. Congrats on your win. We're gonna move to Denny and Theo Rube, which I was talking about before. About 9 points here different. Breeze was 62.5. Was Denny's high score, and then Jordy Nelson, 43.3. Jesus. Guys, I mean, that was pretty much the difference here. It was close, but Jordy Nelson, I know Breeze had some points for Denny, but the 43 from a receiver, and then your flex to compare him, Denny, Steven Jackson at 4.3. Steven Jackson doesn't look like he's, I don't know, that team's just in shambles over there in Atlanta, but Alfred Morris, your backs, Theo Rube had some nice production. I mean, but Jordy Nelson was the difference here, and then Wilson scoring some nice points on. I think Denny, you had the edge going into Monday night, but Russell Wilson, they score 14 points on offense, and Russell Wilson scores 29.6. So go figure there. That moves Uncle Rubes is 5-3, Danny to 3-5. The next game we're going to do is Lions Den and Busta. They was 155.9 to 124.9. Busta got the win there. Man, and Calvin Johnson had a nice outing with 55.9. He had 329 something yards receiving. It was ridiculous. That was a career day. But Stafford for Busta had 38.6, and Stafford has actually had a pretty nice year. Statistically, he's putting up some nice points, and he wasn't necessarily an early draft pick, So, I mean, there are 2 times he scored 20. Everything else is in the 30s or higher. So that's nice for B. Very nice. But Lions, then, the thing I'm looking at over here is your quarterback situation is what's going to be tough going down the stretch if you want to continue getting wins and get in the playoffs. I mean, you have some production. Well, Calvin Johnson's been a beast, but that quarterback position is just tough because you got Brady who hasn't been doing anything, and then you got Geno Smith who, I mean, he's had some pretty decent outings surprisingly, but he's kind of every other week. So maybe play him this week because it's like 52, 13, 30, 6, 24, 4. So this week he should go off for you. So Busta, you got those wide receivers over there with Douglas who you got off the waiver, and plugging him into the number 2 or your number 1 slot, however you want to look at it. But he's putting up some nice points. So, B, congrats on the win. Moving, both of you guys are at 4-4 now. The next game, Tookie, my apologies. You got the win, man. It was close, though. With Sidney Rice going out last night, that was I don't know if he would have done anything. I know Golden Tate, which Lions then had on the bench, I don't think that would have done much difference there because I think there were still some still points put up that wouldn't have put it anywhere close. But E Street Raiders, he has 29 from Pryor, and then Took is 19.5 from Palmer. So Took's high score is 19.5. So Took going down the stretch here. I know you have Luck on the bench. You got the win, but it was a bye week for you, so that was kind of like a bye week hell. And getting a win in a bye week, a tough bye week, is a positive thing. Really nothing notable here with this game. Cam Newton with 34. And you got Robert Griffin, too. You didn't start him, so you went with Pryor. So, hey, you got the win. I don't understand why you started Reese other than that you're a Raider fan. Because you figure you get a couple more points there. That might have been, DeMarco Murray's hurt. Trying to see what you got going on here. Jennings, you got Joseph Randall. So you take away that 1 point. You got 93 plus 7. Nah, you still would have got the win. So that's one nice thing when you look at it. There's nothing you could have done to get the win. So it's just one of those weeks. Unfortunately, Theo, not Ruben, but Theo Ben is 1-7. So, you're in it. You just got to win, man. You're close to not having to. You're not in it for the playoffs, but you're in it for not having to pay the $50. So, Took moves you to 6-2, still in first place. Nice job. The next game we're gonna do is me and Nikki. Nikki, nice job. Dude, I was thinking that it was a close game, and then in the fourth quarter, Romo and Dez started fucking, and then it just blew up. 46 from Romo. Dez Bryant had 31, and that was a difference maker, I think. 133 points, that's still a nice outing, but Anquan Bolden didn't get any double digits, and then my kicker didn't do much. So, anyways, and Matt Ryan, he just haven't. I had a bye week because I would have Rivers as my starter normally, but anyways, it is what it is. Congrats on the win, Nick. Moves you to 3-5, me to 6-2. I'm still in first place overall because of points, but it's still fucking close. There's a lot of guys that are scoring points, so I don't think that's going to be happening much longer. Congrats to the win, Nick. Nice job. Next game and last game is going to be Rude versus Rubes, and 111 to 139. Smith had 27.3, Manning 36.4, which was a shitty game for him. So unfortunately, Rude, when he scores in the 30s, he's vulnerable. And with Alex Smith scoring 27, you figure you get within 10 points of Peyton Manning's points, you got a good chance to kind of make up the difference other places. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. The Bengals D, man, they scored 2 touchdowns, and they look pretty good. I don't even think they're they're not top 5 defense, but they're still putting up some numbers. So that kind of wraps it up. Ruben moves you to 6-2. We're tied for first place in our division. I aged you out because of points, which I don't think it's very much. Rude moves you to 2-6. Standings wise, me and Rube, let's see here. Yeah, it's what we got here, 20, 30 points. And then Jimmy took over the lead with points forced. And there's 3 teams in the 1200s, Busta, me, and Jimmy. So, and anything can happen because Rubes is right there, and even Theo Rube is kind of in there. So, very close run going down, very, very close scores going down the stretch here. Week 9, we got the last 4 weeks, we're making a run here. Last 4 weeks of the regular season, this is like where you put up or shut up. You start talking to your boys and getting them lined up. So, this week it's the brother of the battle of the sons and dads. So the hallway series with Ruben and Little Rube, Big Rube, and then me and my dad, Little Pete, Big Pete. So it's going to be interesting. We got 2 battles there. Both teams have reputable records. The Solises are 6-2 and 5-3. Little Ruben first, and then the Jimenez is 6-2, 4-4. Both not shabby, both reputable scores. So that should be interesting there. As far as standings, it's going to be a dogfight here to kind of get between Denny and Rudy, Denny, and Nikki, all battling over there. And the other division, it looks like Sheepy's still in it, and it's going to be a dogfight between Sheepy, Lions Den, Suck My Dick, and Longies. Longies got an edge though. He's 5-3, but you could dump 3 in a row or 4 in a row, and you're looking at not making the playoffs. So good luck this week, gentlemen. Bengals, Dolphins, I believe, Thursday night. Get your lineup set. As a quick side note, just to kind of wrap it up with this last segment, the high-scoring defense of this year is the Chiefs with 171 points. The highest-scoring running back is Jamal Charles at 189.8, followed by Forte, who I think is a beast. And Forte has 168.5. So the Chiefs have a few more points than Forte at the defensive position. So that's just kind of Moneyball, little Moneyball segment there for you guys. I thought that was kind of interesting. I try to throw something in there every week. Last week I think we did Brady, but this week I wanted to see where the defenses were at in relation to some of the top running backs. So anyways, that concludes this week, gentlemen. Get your lineup set. I don't really have to really tell you guys about that. You guys do that anyways. Week 9, man. Week 9. We got 4 more weeks. 9, 10, 11, 12. Making the run. Good luck, everybody, and peace.